I explain to clients it's great to put in the medicine cabinet, so that when you reach for that cold medication or anything, if you do, you'll go, oh, I can put that on as well. It's very non-invasive, it's stimulatory to the electrical body, and it's stimulatory to the parts of the electrical body that are related to immunity and are related to heat generation. The types of people that would benefit greatly from wearing red coral are the types of people who feel the cold. I can't stress that enough. If you're someone who has cold hands and cold feet on a regular basis, even when the weather's relatively temperate, then it's a great thing to have handy when you get inconvenienced by not having enough inner heat, inner Shakti in that regard. So that pretty much covers a lot of the aspects of wearing red coral. The beautiful thing about red coral in the market is that 98% of all red coral out there is white coral dyed red. Now you might immediately go, oh, that's not good. Well, actually it's excellent. It's a really positive development for people who want to use red coral Ayurvedically or for astrological reasons, because there's only about 60 tons of it, as I said earlier, mined in the Mediterranean each year, and that's generally at depth because they mined out the higher levels. It's actually been on the endangered species list as an import for many years to the USA. They don't permit the import of it except under certain circumstances with licenses. And the great thing about the dyed white coral market is it means it's kept the price down, because a lot of people just can't tell the difference. When you dye a white coral, it still looks like coral except it looks red. You're not going to smash the coral open to see how deep the aniline dyes penetrated, but you aren't going to get the heat from it at all. And it's this massive amount of dyed coral that goes to the different markets developed, like the Southwest Indian jewelry trade and places like that, that have kept the price of genuine red coral relatively low compared to its rarity and precious value. And so that's good news. Generally when I sell coral, it's between 20 and 40 carats, generally around $25 a carat. You never use red coral that is under 4 carats for astrological input. It's a softer mineral. I should say combination of minerals. It's a softer material, and I don't believe it works under 4 carats for red coral. I've had references to very knowledgeable, advanced spiritual people who've said that, and I believe that. Similar probably to the pearl as well. It should always be 4 carats or more. Other gemstones can be 2 carats or more, but the red coral and the pearl are an anomaly in that regard. An incredible friend. Every family should have one. It's one of the most amazing necklaces because I've researched necklaces of all different types, and when it comes to clients feeling a gemstone, then this is one of the most powerful. A lot of people wear a pearl necklace and feel nothing. A lot of people wear a citrine mala and feel nothing. But a red coral necklace, invariably I get tremendous feedback. Gives an example of some testimonials I've received back regarding the red coral. One lady in Iowa said that she always would feel the cold. Her feet would get really cold in bed, even with 2 dunas on and a pair of socks on. And now she would wear the red coral necklace in bed and not wear socks and not have that second duna in the same temperature and completely not get cold feet. And that really shocked and surprised her. Another person said that they feel now that they're much less lethargic and procrastinating, and that they love to wear it during project times, and they really enjoy that. Another person has said that they don't get, when they get colds, instead of lingering around for a few weeks, they're gone within a few days. And other people have said that they don't get congestion anymore. Many people have said how dramatic their healing process has been since surgery. That's been a very big one. That traditionally, when you read the gem books, of which I have, you can't believe everything you read in these gem books. There's a lot of authors out there who don't have years of experience observing what they're talking about. It's kind of like the cookbook copycat process. But red coral in the books is recommended for injuries. The Romans believed red coral was very good for protecting against injuries and healing. There's a lot of tradition in that regard as red coral being a talisman for protection against wounds and things like that. I haven't had the experience to validate that, but I do know that my wound with the motorcycle, which started the whole process of discovery, was a dramatic experience, and I was really shocked. I've had a few dramatic experiences with different gemstones in different ways, but red coral definitely covered the immunity and rebuilding strength of the body like no other material I've experimented with. So that's it. Corallium rubrum is the name. It's very tricky unless you're, I guess, a trained gemologist or trained red coral buyer to know about whether your red coral is genuine or not. There's a lot of sponge coral out there that's red. That's not considered. I've tried it and felt no heat from it, so I don't consider it to be Ayurvedically relevant, which is a pity because it's pretty inexpensive and prolific. But that you get plastic imitations, ceramic imitations, compound-based imitations like you do with turquoise and other materials like that. But to understand the red coral structure under magnification, you'll notice that the lines, like the grains, like wood grain, are closer together than in white coral. That's one of the telltale signs. It's a soft material. I think it's about 3 on the Mohs scale, 2.5, and it has a low specific density. It's matte in its natural form. It takes a high polish, but which can be worn away pretty quickly. If you've got red coral that never loses its shine, then it's probably not red coral if it's being rubbed against something. And reacts to acids, does not like chlorine, particularly strong chlorine, so swimming pools aren't a good idea for it. And a magical material. And thank you very much.